Hey everybody, welcome back to GlowFrame. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking about two animes that I literally grew up with. Literally. Pokemon and Naruto. Yeah, let's get into it. Now, when it comes to these shows, they were not usually airing in daytime television. Pokemon definitely was. You can watch it, I think it was on Cartoon Network, you can watch it in the daytime. Naruto, on the other hand, that was Adult Swim. That was After Dark networks that played on the same channel as Cartoon Network. Yeah, it was around like 10:30 it would play, and you would just see Naruto's yellow hair just dash across the screen. And Pokemon, that was airing more in like the afternoon, the evening time. And I am somebody like I'm a very much of a pet person. I'm more of a pet person than I am of a person. If that makes any sense. And the idea of me just holding Pikachu in real life, oh, it got a hold of me. I wanted to hold that little furry creature. Pokemon was the first one that grabbed me because it was the only one that I was able to watch literally without having to negotiate with my mother on a curfew. And I also wasn't allowed to have pets growing up, so watching it, I kind of lived through Ash and his furry friends, or his scaly friends, because he had a few scaly friends. I enjoyed watching it. I really did. And I'm still a fan to this day. I still go to Anime Con, I still buy Pokemon cards. I still enjoy it. And if it looks weird, that's fine with me. It's fine with me. It's what I enjoy to get, and it's what I enjoy to buy, and it's what makes me happy. It makes my inner child happy because I wasn't allowed to have these things when I was growing up, and now that I'm an adult and I have adult money, I am going to buy my Pokemon cards. And each episode was funnier than the next, and it actually taught me how to be kind of like a smart aleck. They have some comebacks that would have made my mother smack me across the face. That was not accepted in my household, and I still did it. I was a defiant little child. Yes, I know. I enjoyed life as much as I could. And it was just fun watching Pokemon. It was just so much fun. The colors, the energy, and the consistency that Ash was getting electrocuted. I literally thought at one point this kid's heart has to stop because he's getting electrocuted so much that his heart is made out of steel or is made out of wood because it's just not getting electrocuted. And there's like a stark difference when you think about Naruto, you think about Pokemon. It's like a stark difference. Pokemon has a few sad scenes, yes, with the scene of Ash and Pikachu getting chased, Ash and Charizard's flame almost dying out, and Ash trying to protect it, and then the original owner of Charizard trying to get it back, and then treating it like it's a lump of meat and not an actual being. But Naruto was like it's a different world of emotion. It's like when we say you're gonna get sad, you're gonna get sad. When we say you're gonna get angry, you are going to be absolutely frustrated. Like for Naruto, when it comes to a sad emotion, you're thinking about, of course, the swing scene. The scene where this little kid is on a swing, holding one side of the swing, looking at his peers after he just got told he's not going to be able to graduate, and his peers are being welcomed by their parents, and then you just think to yourself, somebody give this kid a hug. And then somebody please, I can't do it myself, somebody please give this kid a hug. And then I just thought to myself that because the Hokage knew that his parents died, why didn't the Hokage take him in as his own son or like a grandson? Like why did you put him in an apartment by himself? It makes no sense. Why didn't you just take him in? This kid would have been so depressed and go through all these things if you just took him in. But I digress. I would not try to even begin to understand the process of the writers. And I know a little bit of like, this is character growth. This is to build a character. Yeah, okay. Somebody give him a hug. This kid needs a hug. And I would say growing up as a little kid, Pokemon gave me an adventure because I grew up in a little small island, couldn't really do much. And what I would do is I would literally go and make an imaginary world, as like any kid would do. You make an imaginary world, you go in there, you have imaginary friends and stuff like that. And Pokemon was basically my visual way of getting out. And then Naruto was in part a good assistance to me understanding emotions. And Pokemon and Naruto, they weren't just shows to me. They were two sides of growing up. Pokemon had the light, adventurous vibes, catching Pokemons, exploring new regions. And then Naruto had the heart, the real heart. Every character had a story that made you care. I mean, you had Sasuke over there acting all doom and gloom and being all serious. And then at one point you just look at him like, why are you so serious, dude? Just take a chill pill, okay? Take a chill pill. Then you realize what happened to his family. You're like, you know what? Valid. I would feel the same way. Valid. And then Naruto is just trying to be liked by everybody. And like, Naruto, you need to like yourself first. Okay, you need to like yourself first. And then you have Kakashi Sensei just standing there in the corner watching all of this happen as he's reading an erotic book. And then with all of that happening in Naruto and in Pokemon, you have the music as well. Like the music for Pokemon is like very punchy music. It's like is a motivating you to keep on going. And then Naruto's music is like very serene, and then at moments it could be very chaotic. Like for Naruto, you have the flute that made you feel like you were training in a mountains with the drums being banging in the background sometimes. And then when a fight scene breaks out, it's like a whole thing. You just hear the entire orchestra playing. A whole thing. Completely two different energies, but both iconic though. They stick in your brain. You're just like, you remember moments of Naruto, moments of watching Pokemon. You remember it. It lives in your brain rent free. And of course, there's like other moments in both Pokemon and Naruto that really captures you. It's like that moment where Ash turns to stone, and then Pikachu reaches out their little paws and like tries to touch Ash, and then Pikachu's crying. Like that scene kind of traumatized me. A little bit like, oh my god, I don't want this to happen. And then another scene is like Charizard finally listening to Ash, and peak character and development. That's a peak character development right there. And during the anime, of course, I didn't grow up with the games. I didn't have the games until like the mid 2000s. I was like, why is Charizard not listening to Ash? And then in the games, I was finally able to get the game, and then I realized, oh, it's probably because Ash is not strong enough to gain Charizard's respect. And then during this episode where Charizard finally listens to Ash, he finally gained the respect from Charizard. And then there's Naruto and Sasuke at the valley, and their fight going at each other, and then thinking that this fight was like the ultimate fight that they needed to have for them to be like, okay, we are brothers in arms. We now can help each other. I mean, Sasuke had to lose an arm, and Naruto also had to lose an arm for them to get it. I don't think they had to go that far, but they did it, and it kind of worked in the end. And then of course, these weren't just scenes. They were my childhood, and I have no regrets. None. There's a few things I liked doing when I was a kid, and watching anime became the main one. All right. I will say this, watching Pokemon and seeing how they treat each other, like the adventures, the friendship, it was fun. Like that seemed quite fun. Naruto taught me about resilience, belonging, and pushing through even when people doubt you, and they shaped how I create, how I work, how I see people. And I'm gonna say they're not the end all be all. They're not the only things. I was also taught by adults. I was taught by my other peers. But these kind of started it. These shows didn't just entertain us, they grew up with us. They started when we were little tiny kids. All right, that's episode 2. If Pokemon and Naruto were a part of your childhood, if you've watched both these shows, leave a thumbs up, alright? Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any animes that you grew up with as a kid, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks for hanging out with me, and stay tuned in for episode 3 when it comes out. And until next time, see you in the next frame.